Hello, everybody, and welcome back to NCAA 2004. And we are now back into, week-wise, I couldn't tell you because all the bye weeks and stuff, but this is game number 11 of the season. We are officially winding down towards the end of our season. But we are ranked. We are 6-4. We're on a 3-game win streak, and that 3-game win streak has got us into the top 25, even though we probably don't deserve it, really, if I'm being honest. We are 6-4 to be ranked 23rd in the country, so we are better than two other teams, and we are 6-4. I haven't taken a look at the rankings during the season process, so I'm not really sure who's behind us and who's considered worse than a 6-4, 23 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide team. But regardless, this is our third top 10 matchup of the year, man. So this is going to be the type of stuff you can expect from this series. Because, man, the SEC, even back then, is still just absolutely freaking top-loaded. It's just so stacked all the way through. So there you see, this, I believe, is the division rank. It's not even the conference. It's just the division. So we currently sit atop of our side of the SEC because of our conference record. And LSU, all of their issues have come in conference. So they're 3-2. We are 4-2. So they desperately need this win here to kind of take ground here in the SEC, which is crazy to even say. They're 10th in the country in 7-2, and they need to beat a 23rd ranked 6-4 Alabama team to really cement a conference victory or a bid to go play in the conference championship. So one, the fact that we're even in the conversation for that after the start of this year that we had, losing to Southern Miss? I mean, dude, there's a lot. There's a lot that goes into this, but this is a crucial game against the Tigers, big old rivalry game, and we're already off to a hot start as we have a first down and so much more as we get inside the LSU 40, and our drive is going to continue, but we are moving backwards. So on a 3rd and 18, we need to pick up a lot here, see if we can. Quarterback stands firm on the court, a deep ball, and he finds 84 wide open downfield. He has been our man all season long. It's going to be a shame when he is gone. We have a lot of turnover in our future, so we really need to maximize what we can do with this roster. So goal to go now from about the LSU 5, and we're going to go with a pitch play, and 21 is going to get to the outside edge. There's nobody out there, and into the end zone. We almost made it look too easy, and we're going to take an early lead over the top 10 ranked LSU Tigers, man. And so, again, if you've been keeping track, we've already beaten the number 1 ranked team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners. That was one of our first wins. It might have been our first win, just period, in this dynasty. And then we also beat the number 6 ranked Tennessee Volunteers off camera, which is a huge conference win as well. And now we have our third matchup here against the Tigers. And on a very dangerous option play, I don't know why he didn't just take that to the ground with him, but he gets a couple more yards by pitching that to the running back. So I guess it worked. So on 2nd and inches, they're going to go with nobody in the backfield. They're going to try and throw for it, and it works out as they find the running back out of the backfield right along the sideline there, just running a little out route. But the Tigers are moving backwards. They have a 3rd and 16, a massive hole they find themselves in. Offensively, got to get to the line to gain here, but they are in Crimson Tide territory, uncorking a deep ball, and that one is covered perfectly well by our secondary. You absolutely love to see the athleticism of them, but they're going to bring out the kicking unit, and his long on the year is 54, so he might have the leg for this, but this is a long field goal, man. So on 4th and 16, they're going to go for the fake. They're going for the fake field goal. I don't know what the plan was because they needed 16 yards to get to the line to gain. I don't know if they just didn't want to punt it, but they didn't necessarily want to try the field goal either and just give us the field position, so maybe they were trying to get like an extra 5 or 10 yards to pin us deeper in our own territory. I don't know. It was dumb. So on 3rd and 8, that is not dumb as we find number 2. We haven't called his name too terribly much recently, I fear, but he does come through clutch there on 3rd down, and we are now deep in LSU territory at about the 15-yard line. So we're going to hand this one off to 21. He's got a nice little running lane up the middle, and he gets brought down by a couple Tiger defenders, but not before he can pick up the first down and give us goal to go in LSU territory. So we are already poised to take a 2-possession lead over LSU in the first half, if we can cap off this drive with some points. And number 12 finds a big tight end across the middle who falls forward into the end zone, and we are up, ladies and germs, 13-0, pending an extra point. Man, can you sense the magic? Can you smell it? So I guess we'll take this time at the end of the first half to again kind of touch in here, okay? We are in play for the SEC championship game, not the SEC championship. We still have to win that game as we have a conference championship game finally, but we're in play for it. So just a terrible record, but that's why we have so many out-of-conference games, because that's going to help us. But this does not help us as LSU goes for a deep ball, and they manage to find an open receiver, hauls that one in along the sideline, just toe drags in, and now LSU's got some new life here late in the first half. They're going to go with the handoff, and number 10 finds some open space, shakes off a linebacker, and gets brought down inside the 20, and so now LSU's going to have a red zone opportunity in the last minute or so of the first half. Timeouts are going to start getting burned here by either team, and the quarterback's going to drop back here. He's got a clean pocket in front of him. That one is nearly intercepted, as it looks like one of our DBs tried to jump that route, but he mistimed it by about a half a second, and so it ends up being a first down for LSU. Now it's goal to go, but we've got him stopped on a 3rd and goal, and our defense comes up strong. Running back nearly, or I guess, yeah, no, the running back, I thought it was a fullback maybe, but the running back shakes off a linebacker, nearly drags him into the end zone, but fortunately we avoid that. So LSU's going to let the clock run down as they bring out the field goal unit on 4th and goal. This time they're going to just take the points and not go for the fake, even though it would have made more sense, I guess, at that point versus, on the Alabama 45 at 4th and 16, but I digress. So 14-3 is your score, and absolutely nothing would happen in the third quarter of note. So 14-3 is still going to be your score as we head into the all important fourth quarter. So in I formation here, 1st and 10, the LSU was mounting a drive at the end of the third quarter that we're going to pick up right here at the beginning of the fourth quarter as they get closer and closer to our end zone. So on 2nd and 8, now they're going to stay in the I formation. They have been able to run somewhat efficiently as number 10 is going to get busy again in the middle of the field. Can't quite get to the line to gain though, so LSU's going to have to come out on a 3rd and short situation and see if they can pick up that first down. We really need our defense to come up big, and we got guys in the backfield easily snuffing out that run. They thought they were slick. They thought they were just going to run for a few more yards. No siree, they are not. So it's a 4th down. LSU's got to get the offense on the field, and that one is sought out perfectly by the safety. Just a heat-seeking, a ball-seeking missile. He came out of nowhere off screen and came up with a huge defensive play here. So we were trying to play some keep away, but it is a 3rd down. LSU can stop us and get the ball back, and they do just that. They stop us from getting the first down, so we are not able to continue burning clock and playing keep away with LSU, so we're going to have to give them the football back. So on 2nd and 15, just a minute 44 left. LSU has to score very quickly if they want a chance to get back in this game, because they still need to score 2 possessions here. They need to get back into this game as they find themselves down 11. But this is going to help them out quite a bit as number 5 makes a nice catch in the middle of the field. We had a couple linebackers in the vicinity, but LSU's going to have to try and run the hurry up. They still have pretty much the entire length of the field to go. They really don't have great field position. So the quarterback's going to roll out on 1st and 10, uncorks one, and it looks like he had 2 open receivers, but neither were in the vicinity of that ball, or at least close enough to make a catch. So on 3rd and 15, the drive is essentially coming to an end for LSU here, and running away from the pressure, he nearly rolls into that edge rusher, somehow escapes him, but doesn't stop running to just get rid of the football, and ends up taking the sack anyway. So timeouts are called, but it's 4th and 23. LSU back inside their own 20. This is essentially the ball game, and but they do pull off the conversion here, and they somehow get the 23 yards needed. A humongous failure from our defense. So 1st and 10 for LSU, and they're going to continue to run this drive, I guess. But they've essentially lost all the time that they really needed to get the ball back and potentially even this one up. So on 3rd and 2, they're going to try and run the hurry up here. No first down, so the clock is still running. But that time there is a first down as it's a wide open receiver in the middle of the field. Gets brought down by a whole slew of Crimson Tide players. But LSU finally now working their way into Crimson Tide territory. Under 30 seconds left to go, though. They're going to go for the spike as they are out of timeouts. And so this drive, I mean, this game is essentially torpedoing for LSU, but they have an opportunity here to get into the end zone and maybe make things a little bit interesting, I guess. But on 2nd and 10, quarterback's going to step up and fire one to an open receiver. That was a quick play for LSU's offense, and that's going to be a first down. They're going to run the hurry up with the clock stopping on that first down. And so you would expect maybe to go for the spike here and maybe give themselves some time, and they do just that. So they lose a couple seconds running the spike play. I don't know how you managed to do that, but with 17 seconds now, just inside the 20 here at about the 19-yard line, they're going to try and maybe, I don't know what that was. The play just completely fell apart instantly as the quarterback's just going to run up the middle, and now with no timeouts, the time is just going to run away, and 3rd and 7 now. LSU essentially down to the last option. It's a high snap, still a clean pocket, taken all day, sends one to the end zone, and that one cannot be hauled in by number 5, as I think he just dropped it. I don't think that was tipped. I think he just straight up dropped that ball. So into the end zone, and that ball falls harmlessly, and the game is going to come to a close. LSU can't get into the end zone once as our defense stands firm, except for that huge 4th and 23 we give up at the end of the game. I was just shocked. I couldn't believe that I saw it. I forgot that had happened in this video. That's why I stumbled to even commentate on it. I was shocked, but we managed to take down the 10th ranked team here, so that is our 3rd top 10 victory. Okay, we lost to Southern Miss. Okay, we've lost to a lot of bad opponents. We've lost games. Like, we have 4 losses on the year. Like, we're not like a great team. LSU even outgains us on the stat sheet here, but they have some other numbers and some other metrics that really did not help their case today. Unfortunately, they were not very efficient in the red zone. They missed on that last opportunity to get some points here, but they did kind of control the game statistically. They just really didn't finish things off here. So number 12, again, not a super productive day, but it was a very efficient day, so we will take that. I will always take that kind of production. So, dude, that left guard is just a nutsoid, man. I'd love to see how many pancakes he has at the end of the year, because he's just been racking them up every single game. So we have drastically changed the trajectory of our season now with that win over LSU, and now we are getting to the very end of our season. Essentially, we need to play the Iron Bowl, and then we have Hawaii on the road to end the season, but we are going to focus on the Iron Bowl and probably sim that Hawaii game, even though that would be fun to watch. But we now thrust ourselves into the throes of the SEC conversation. We are still ranked 23rd after beating number 10 LSU. Don't understand that one, but either way, hope to see you guys in the next video when we play the Iron Bowl.